facing the wrong way. Alright. How is it going, everybody in the chat? I am back from Salt Lake Comic Con. What's going on, Justice? I'm gonna be sending out the emails to the A5 tonight. But yeah. I still haven't been able to gather all 5 people yet. We're currently at 4, so we're gonna see what happens with that. So before we start, we're gonna be working on a bigger paper today. Thank God, finally invested in some larger paper, so you can see quite the size difference this time around. So while I was at Salt Lake Comic Con, I picked up this Copic brush pen. Apparently it's a felt tip pen. This pen fucking sucks. Okay, Dark Reach, new name. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Do me a favor, Dark Reach. Every time you come in here to the stream, just type that in. Just remind me every time, because it's gonna take me a few times to remember that you changed your name. So this is a felt tip Copic brush pen, and it fucking sucks. It's terrible. I've had it maybe 3 days, and I've already worn it out. I didn't run out of, like, it's just really bad. Don't get this. It's not good. It was like $7, but it was worth it to get. I mean, it was cool that it got the body. I guess I can always just like replace the nib or whatever. But I mean, whatever. So we have this. This is the Pentel Pocket Brush. We're gonna be giving these a try today. I've never used the Pentel Pocket Brush in my life. People say it's the best brush pen on the market. It's Pentel brushes are the ones that Kim Jung-gi uses. So this is an unboxing and a first impression. So it's cool because it comes with 2 ink cartridges, which we'll leave here in the case. What's up, Gothcore? Do I have to install? Oh, I do have to install it. Okay. Looks like I have to install the ink first, which I was unaware of. Like I said, I've never used this before, so I'm assuming I'm just going like this. Yeah, my bad if it's a weird time for you when I stream. So again, I hope I'm installing this correctly. This is my first time using the Pocket Brush. Just unboxed it. Did I do that right? So while I'm figuring out how to use this pen, I will go and answer some questions in the chat. Uh-oh. Did I just completely ruin my pen? Oh no. Squeeze the ink? Oh, I see. Oh, there are directions on the back of this thing. Move the crap, unscrew the barrel, firmly press the narrow end of the tip into the unit. Place the barrel, hold pen vertically, tip down until it drains. Oh, there you go. It's going into the bristles. I see it now. Cool. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, the question is, for any artist that's trying to get into traditional drawing, like on paper, yeah, what are supplies you recommend? Honestly, anything works. You don't really need a lot of supplies to start drawing. Honestly, if I was just getting started, I wouldn't waste so much money on supplies. I honestly would just focus on technical skill. Like, I would legit just use a mechanical pencil, or just get some wood pencils, or maybe like a $5 charcoal set at like Michael's or something, and just practice with that. And I promise you, if you know what you're doing, if you're good but have cheap supplies, your artwork will look better than somebody who's mediocre with really good supplies. Okay, so again, we're gonna let the ink kind of feed in there. I already twisted it on there, I squeezed it a little bit, and I'm just holding it upside down so that I can feed ink into the brush. See, this is an actual brush. This is a felt tip. This is garbage. But I'm not gonna lie, the SP body on the Copic pens are like my favorite design. The silver SP bodies. What's the most important art fundamental in my opinion? And how would you get better at it? Ooh, if I had to pick one fundamental, honestly, composition. If you can create a drawing that has really good composition, but your human anatomy is garbage, or your rendering is kind of garbage, if the composition is really nice, you can get away with a lot of shit. That's why there's some like really gross-ass paintings, like really ugly, gross, just like blotchy paintings that can look appealing because the composition is really good.
I just didn't think that you wanted that.
Well, what did you want?
I just want you to be happy.
Alright, looks like we got some ink in there. Let's see what we can do with this thing. I'm looking for one pen to be my pen. For a second, I thought it was gonna be this, but it's not. So maybe it's this.
I can't see it.
Okay.
It's really sweet and everything, but you can't just sit there and put everybody's lives ahead of yours and think that counts as love. I don't want to be somebody's crush.
Alright.
I want people to like the real me.
How's the music now? The music, just type in 24/7 lo-fi hip-hop and you'll find it. It's one of those 24-hour videos. How's the audio now? Alright, so we got some ink in here. My bad, it took like 10 minutes for us to actually get started on the drawing, but fuck you, Louie. Still not marking. There we go. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're drawing on a newsprint because I don't want to spend a bunch of money on expensive ass paper that I'm just gonna sketch on. Okay. This thing is definitely much more brush than the Copic pen. Thank God. Dog's sniffing around. What are you sniffing at? Oh, the best way to get better at composition Honestly, I'm gonna say this again. Psychra has a really good video on composition. I like to study and pay attention to cinematography, like movie cinematography. Like I'm a real nerd for that kind of stuff. So there's a lot you can learn about basic composition through cinematography. And you can find all that stuff on YouTube. Like how to frame a shot for a movie, you could apply that to a drawing. And that's what I do with all of my drawings. That's how I apply that to my vlogs too. This newsprint is picking up the ink, like it's absorbing a lot of the ink. So I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Oh, you know what? Framed ink is good. I have that book. But honestly, I feel like I learned more from studying movies. For composition, studying movies helped me more than anything else. But basic composition is in Framed, and it's in Psychra has a good video on it. I'm really liking this pen. However, I was really liking the Copic pen when I first got it, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm tired of jumping around on tools. I want to find one tool that I like and just use it. Hopefully I found it. Hopefully I don't have to keep investing in more and more, more and more products, and I can just pick one and focus on drawing. So, I don't know if anyone here has watched my Artist Alley vlog of Salt Lake Comic Con, but if you guys have any recommendations or reviews or things you'd rather me talk about, that maybe topics maybe I'm not talking about.
Can you French kiss? I think so. Is there any secret to it? The tongue touches you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this newsprint was a poor choice of paper because it's really, really absorbing the ink. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. This is the size paper we're gonna be doing all the Inktober drawings on, by the way. Nice fat paper. I'm kind of over drawing on small paper. Like, I feel like the size of it is stifling my development and my creativity. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade paper sizes.
No, I wish. No, I wish. We're going for a funeral of one of my granddad's old friends. But I'm gonna get to see my best friend, Cairo.
Cairo is your best friend?
Yeah, but I haven't talked to him since I moved.
How can he be your best friend if you never talk to him? I don't think I have a best friend.
Sucks for you. Well, never come back. Have a nice life.
I have to live with my sins. I have to live with my mistakes.
Question is, what is a good way to learn drawing machines and robots and cars? Maybe learn to draw like industrial design? Scott Robertson has like the best books on industrial design. His How to Draw and his How to Render are the only books of his that I've really read, and they're really good about basics of like structure. So I would start there, and then I know he has a couple of other books specifically for vehicles, and you can look those up. So again, that's Scott Robertson. Yeah, this brush is It's definitely a learning curve to this brush. Damn it. Thank you. Struggling a little bit with this. It definitely doesn't behave like any of the other pens that I've used. We'll have to put in some serious hours with this pen. luckily, I have plenty of hours to spare. What's up, Luna? Well, thanks for coming through. Since you just came here, earlier we just unboxed this the Pentel Pocket Brush. So this is my first time really ever using this brush. So we're trying to figure it out right now. I have a little bit of issues, but it's all right. We're just feeling it out. I'm liking it a lot. There's definitely a learning curve to it. It's behaving much differently than the Sakura pens that I've gotten, and especially that bullshit ass Copic pen that I have. I have a felt tip Copic that's just garbage. Spent $7 on that thing, man. $7. Did I watch the movie Old Boy? I've seen both the original and the American remake. Luna, which one did you hate? Did you hate the Copic one, or do you hate this one, the Pentel? Yeah, I like brush pens though. I use my microns, or you like? Oh yeah. I like using microns for precision work for like a commission or something. But for myself, I like the look of brush pens. Especially when you combine brush pens with like digital coloring. Oh, it's so like sick, bro. I can totally see how this runs out of ink very quickly though, especially with the way I apply it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be refilling this in like 2 days. I'm going to be using that new cartridge in like 2 days, I guarantee it. Okay, so this is looking a little honky, but Yeah, I've been using microns for years, and that seems to be industry standard pretty much when doing, like, box office artists uses them. Everyone uses microns. Adam Hughes uses them. Like, there was I watched a seminar from Adam Hughes, and even he was like, do your lines with microns and then color with Copics. That's like what he was just like, just fucking do that and be done with it. So I feel you. I got the Copic here. I got the Copic SP. I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Hold on, I think my dog needs to go outside. Anyway. Could I do a tutorial on Copics? I actually could. Like, I avoided doing that for a long time because I was like, oh, I'm not that good with Copics. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm pretty tits with my Copic markers, at least with my method, so... I can do that. That wouldn't take that very long. People would watch that, right? But you know what the thing about Copics is? I only use like dual tones with my Copics. I only use the toned grays. So warm gray, cool gray, neutral gray. And if I do a tutorial, like I'll probably do it. Fuck it, you know what? I'll do it tonight. After this, I'll record it and do it tonight. How about that? I don't give a fuck. But the problem is, people are gonna be like, huh, well, why don't you do a tutorial with colors, bro? I'm like, bitch. Like, I already know that's what's gonna happen. Because people already tell me to do that with my Copic drawings. They're like, why don't you use some color? Huh? Why don't you use some color?
To all the ladies in the place. To all the ladies in the place.
Who here has seen The Raid and or The Raid 2? Electric Boogaloo. Honestly, I feel like you could make a better drawing with like a set of grays. Well, you know what? At least for me. You know, when I use Copics, or when I color in general, I just like to focus on the values of the color more than anything. It's one of the reasons I focus on the toned grays. Because you can get the values better, and it just it looks more natural. Like when your values are right, it just looks better. Ugh, this. Well, the thing is, I didn't know the difference with the Copic brush pens. I didn't. I was there at the Copic booth. So I was at Salt Lake City Comic Con, and the Copic had a booth there, and I didn't really know anything about Copic's brush products because all I ever bought from them were markers or the colored markers. So they were just like giving me the roundabout about all the different things, and I was just like, well, you know, I just didn't know which one to get. So I was all like, well, I have the SP multi-liner from Copic. I was like, well, then that should be pretty cool, right? So that's why I got the SP. Mistakes were made. It's alright though. I'm a little fucking done with Copic's bullshit. Like, unless it's their markers, which I will stand by as my favorite marker to color with. Unless it's that, even their multi-liners I think are fucking garbage. Like, well, not garbage, for that price, I think you're just better off getting microns. For real, like, for fucking real. Did I buy it on the vlog? You goddamn right I did. I've had it legit like 2 or 3 days. I'm fucking over it already. How do you hold a phone? Do you hold a phone? Yeah, okay. I was like, how do you hold a cell phone? Something like that. Ugh. I will have to give this brush a try on a more stable paper because I'm drawing on a newsprint paper right now and it's just gulping up all the ink. It's making it hard to like do fine lines. Maybe if I was drawing something bigger. But this is already bigger than what I'm used to drawing. So that is something that I've been needing to do. Work on larger surfaces. That way I can kind of just... That's how I sit in my chair. Work on larger surfaces so I can, I don't know, just get a feel for it. Because I keep drawing on these small surfaces and I feel like it's really hindering me. Do you think you would ever come to the East Coast, PA? You're looking into some conventions? I will go anywhere for a convention if it fits my schedule and it fits my budget. If the convention is big enough and it warrants, like, if I feel like I can make my money and then I could get in and then it fits my schedule. So it has to fit all these different things. If it fits all those things, I will go anywhere. Like this weekend, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm in California. Atlanta, Georgia, that's pretty far. So that'll be the farthest I've gone for a convention. Hey Code Dragon, what's up? God damn it, this pen's hard to use. I am sucking really bad right now with this pen. Don't worry, give me a couple weeks. Or give me like 2 weeks with this pen. I think I can get it down. You went to PopCon, where you live, and all
There are a lot of people
write
who-
down and take notes on how to set up.
who are
Now you're
unhappy
working on a
with
few
their
illustrations to
chosen
sell at a cheaper con.
career that
Yeah,
they
indie
do.
pop is pretty expensive for a convention.
You get to do.
So what pen? Hey, what's up? No, hey, Derp. So hi. So we are using the Pentel pocket brush. I just unboxed it for this video. This is my first time using it. So Pentel pocket brush. I feel like if I were using like a thicker paper,
You know, and we
because
get
this is a really thin paper and it's like I said, it's absorbing all the ink. It's absorbing everything that I'm doing because it's a pretty low quality paper. I feel like if I had this on my thick 11 by 17 sheet, I think this pen would be tits, which I'm going to be giving a try when we're done with this. We're going to switch over to one of my regular papers and we're going to give it a try there and see what happens. Neighbors are arguing. One would argue that that meal is a decent brush pen. Right? That's how I used to see things. I used to not want to go out with my friends because they're like, yo, let's go and eat. And I'd be like, man, you know how much protein that could buy? If the brush pen is the meal, well then it looks like you just got good value for your money. So for LA Comic Con, alright, so Los Angeles Comic Con, I have a vendor's table there. That is gonna be Halloween weekend in Los Angeles. I think I'm gonna dress up as John Wick for Halloween. The only cons you prepped for is AX 2016? What are you talking about? That's good. Yeah, AX easily has my highest, well, not easily, but it has my highest earnings. It's my highest earning show, so I think it's like that for a lot of people. You can never be too prepared for Anime Expo. So it's good that you're taking it seriously. I'm not gonna give the Copic brush pen any more time. Like it already, like, it's mechanically it's already failing on me. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking give you my time if you don't, you know. Is there any group like Artist Alley Network International that aren't bullshit? Ha! Fuck the Artist Alley International group. Bunch of fucking weaklings in that bitch. You all heard me. I went there. I straight up said it. Right here. Said it. Put it down. Picking it up as I put it down. No, I don't know, like, not really. I mean, you could have a brain trust of people that you met at conventions who, you know, you can, like, be friends with and you guys talk about conventions. Like, I have a brain trust of people through conventions that I've met. You know, I have their phone numbers and, like, we'll talk every now and then about, like, what's coming up. We'll remind each other about when to sign up. And then, like, I could hit up my other friends who personally have done certain conventions, and because we know each other's work a little bit more intimately, we can safely say, yeah, you'll do well or you won't do well, or, you know. So I think it's more valuable to just have first-hand friends who have done shows that you're interested in doing, versus a fucking group of crybabies who fucking, God, fuck all you guys. Like, not you, the fucking Artist Alley in it. I left that group. Like, I left my, like, I was gonna deactivate my Facebook, my personal Facebook, but before I deactivated it, I left the group, because I was like, Oh, what's up, Colton? Yeah, I just opened this pen right now, and it definitely does apply more ink. Like, we literally just unboxed this at the beginning of the video, and I've never used the Pentel pocket brush before. I used the Sakura brushes before. Those ones don't apply nearly as much ink as this pen does. So I am gonna have to probably switch over to my thicker paper when we use this in the future, which is fine because I have a lot. Black Friday's coming up, so I'll be able to buy another stash of that stuff, but this is just kind of a test run. Let me tell you something about that Artist Alley International fucking network page, alright? And I don't give a fuck if they hear this. The majority of the people there are looking for other people to hold their hands about their bullshit. The thing that made me leave, I'm gonna give you guys a little story, alright? Some story time. The thing that made me leave that group was there was a girl on there. She had like 2 kids, a husband, and a full-time job, and she wanted to find time to draw. So she posted up on there, hey, something, I'm paraphrasing. She's like, hey, I'm really frustrated. I want to be able to work, or I want to be able to draw, but I have all this other stuff going on. So everyone's all like, no, family first. And I'm just like, okay, family first and all that stuff is great. Your job is great. Don't cut out time with your kids if, you know, because you have fucking kids, right? But what I said was, well, if you want to be with your family, don't cut out time for your family. You have to work, don't cut out time for work. You have a husband, make sure to see your husband every now and then. So the only other place to cut time is to cut sleep. So I told her, cut out 2 hours of sleep a night. Voila, you have 2 hours of draw time every day. Motherfuckers hounded me like crazy, like, you can't fucking cut out sleep, because you know what that's gonna do? Make your artwork look like shit. Even though my work legit was better than like 90% of the people in that fucking group. Like, I'm not the greatest, but real talk, fuck you. So, people were like hounding me. I mean, like fucking attacking me, and I was like, dude, fuck this shit. So I left. Yeah, because I just didn't need it. Like, there's nothing. I found out that what I wanted didn't align with their bullshit. So, fuck that group. Fuck everyone in that group. You suck my dick. And I remember I had shared one of my Artist Alley vlogs on there, and quite a few people weren't a fan of it because I swore a lot in it. And I was all like, of all the information that I share, all the experiences and everything that I try and give in those vlogs, the only thing you walk away with is me swearing? Fuck you. Anyway, that's where I am with that. Well, that's the thing. If you can't give up time anywhere else, you know, then the only other place is literally to cut out sleep. Like, that's all you have. Yeah, but anyway, that's that group in a nutshell. And then I was like, well, the things that you want the things that everyone wants are subjective. So we'll agree to disagree. And I was like, fucking, if you don't want to cut out sleep, then don't cut out sleep. But if you're not willing to make the sacrifice, then don't complain about it. And people were like, no, it's not subjective, it's objective. Family first, sleep first. And I was like, fuck you guys. Anyway. Alright, Derp, so thanks for listening to me rant about the artist group. And you know what? The only people in that group who are worth anything, you could just find them somewhere else. Like, you can just hit them up and be like, yo, like, friend them on Facebook and just, you know, most of the time, other artists are really nice about sharing con information. So, you don't need that group. Fuck them. Fucking add me on Instagram, and then anytime you have a question about a convention, just fucking hit me up and I'll help you out. Luna, exactly. You have to. Oh, by the way, I don't know what I'm doing with this drawing, guys. I've lost my mind. Fuck. Draw Cartman over here. I just think a lot of people, when it comes to things like, especially with their artwork, they lack the urgency of it. Like if they're not doing amazing tomorrow, they're okay with it. That's not, I don't share that mindset. Like, one of the reasons I always seem angry, one of the reasons I'm always trying to do something, is because I'm just tired of not being where I want to be, and it's like there's this urgency that goes through my fucking veins, all the way to my brain, to my ball sack, and I'm just like, I it has to be now, and yeah, that's an easy way to kind of lose your mind, but it's a good way to move ahead, and a lot of artists I feel like don't share that urgency, and if you don't, that's totally fucking fine. You don't have to, but from one artist to another, you think that the group of people least likely to try and bring you down for having that would be other artists, but hey man, you get a group full of fucking weaklings, and it's like that's what's gonna fucking happen. And, I don't know. But that's the thing, it's like what everyone wants with their work is subjective, and not everyone wants the same thing, or not everyone should want the same thing. The problem is when you openly bring down other people. Like, there are a lot of artists, and I keep bringing up that group because it's important, because a lot of people are in that group. There are a lot of people in that group who bring down other artists for the things that they're doing, and I'm just like, that is so, like, leave, if you don't agree with what somebody's doing, as long as they're not hurting somebody else, just leave them alone. Like, I always say that, right? And it's just like, ugh. Like, here's an example. There was this artist at Salt Lake Comic-Con. If you saw the vlog, you saw it. He had like this fucking smoke machine and shit, right? But apparently, he had like this smoke machine going on around his table, which is fucking unheard of. I've never heard of it. I've never seen anyone do that shit. So, but the convention was okay with it. The people around him were okay with it. So it's not a big fucking deal. But like, there were some people like talking shit on him, and I was like, well, if nobody around him is complaining and the convention is okay with it, and you know, he's not hurting anyone, so what's the big fucking deal? You know, just let people do what they want to do, and yeah. Am I going to be doing Inktober? I'm going to be doing a video every day for Inktober. And so during the days when I'm home, we will live stream the Inktober drawings. During the days when I'm at a convention, I will be uploading a speed paint of that Inktober drawing. And let me tell you something. I've already recorded 3 of them. So those are going to be going up this weekend while I'm at Atlanta. By the way, guys, I've given up on this drawing as of this point. I'm just kind of wasting ink and just testing out the pen. Well, if they didn't want us to do it early, they shouldn't have given us the prompts so soon. Well, that's the thing though, like, what am I gonna do? I can't live stream them while I'm at the convention. I'm gonna be in Atlanta for like 5 days. Like, that's you know, so I ain't tripping. I just want the videos out. Like, Inktober is not a big deal for me because I ink like every day regardless, right? Like, for a lot of people, Inktober is really good. It's really healthy for them because it makes them draw every day, which is really cool. Like, that's good. That's its purpose. But there are a lot of us who ink every day regardless, who just, like, Inktober is just kind of like a thing that we have to see on Instagram every day. But I like it because it gets people drawing, which is always good. Like, that's fucking cool if it can get people drawing. It's cold out here. See? It's cold. I think I'm starting to get a feel for the brush. I think I'm applying too much pressure when I started because the Sakura pens that I used to use, you had to apply a decent amount of pressure to get that going. So now this is a much more delicate pen. So I have to ease up on it. See? Delicate. Oh, assist? Ouch. Well, I kind of like the prompts because, you know, I feel like having a prompt does force you to be more creative than... Because you know how we do these, the freestyle drawings, and I'm just drawing like fucking nonsense, right? I feel like having a prompt will force you to work in guidelines, and it can make you creative. So, no, I mean that's why I like Inktober. It's such a it's good because it gets people motivated. You know, like people talk shit about CrossFit, you know, but I'm like, it's getting people active. Yeah, it's getting people hurt, but it's getting them active. So I mean, whatever. Like, I'd rather have a world full of like health enthused, injured people than like lazy people who get diabetes and die early. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, it's getting people going, and I like that. So that's fine. Oh, Suzumi, I didn't even see you in the chat. My bad. I had to scroll up to see you. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, so I figured out the secret. I've been applying way too much pressure to this pen. This is like an extremely, extremely delicate pen. Okay. So we're gonna be doing live streams today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Thursday, you guys are gonna be getting the you guys are gonna be getting an art battle. Wait. Yeah. And then you're gonna get an Inktober video every day for the following days. And then when I get back, we'll do live streams again, and then, you know, whatever. So there are gonna be some days in October where I have double videos. Daily, bro. Doing daily videos, if you live stream, is actually pretty easy. I thought it was like this huge task. I would understand if you had to produce a video for every day, but the fact that I could just draw live and just shoot the shit with you guys and that counts as a video for the day is amazing. Yeah, like people who actually have to edit content like every single day, I get that. But if I could just live stream it, because I'm gonna draw regardless, so I mean, just stream it and then you get content from it, you know. So that's good. That's good value for your money right there. Beanie Party. Okay, I am starting to feel the pen a little bit. Yeah, see? Okay. Okay. I'm getting it. Promise you on the next live stream, which would be tomorrow, we'll get this down a little bit better.
I keep growing because it all means nothing the second you stop. You keep up with this running away from the things you suck at routine and you'll never be good at anything. You just have to keep searching for what you are good at and keep moving forward on your own 2 feet.
Oh, you hear this music? This guy's dropping some real shit. Stop running from the things you ain't good at. Alright, thanks for coming through. So for anyone who's just joined, I have decided to go to Los Angeles Comic-Con, which is Halloween weekend. I have a vendor's table there, and I'm going to dress up as John Wick for Halloween. Because I got long ass hair now, and I got like the kind of a beard, but not really a beard kind of look. What time tomorrow? Honestly, I don't know. I always fit these live streams in between when I'm doing projects throughout the day. Like if I finish one project and I'm like, okay, I have a few hours, that's when I'll hit up the live stream. That's why it's on like inconsistent times. Just if you want, you could just ding the bell and then it'll notify you when I do it. And you know my live streams are always like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So there's no, if it dings for you, you have a lot of time before you want to hop in the chat. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to hop in right away. Especially since most of my streams, the first like 10 minutes is just fucking nonsense anyway. Nice. CV. Not much. We're just testing out a new pen right now, and it's not going well. Actually, you know what? It is going well. Thanks to the dog. Thank you. So if you're just joining, we're testing out the Pentel brush pen for the first time here, and well, it's actually a combination. I'm testing out the Pentel brush, and I'm testing out this new paper, which the paper is really, really cheap, but it's really large. But you know, it's all just learning. I could talk shit about the paper all I want. I can make excuses and all that, but at the end of the day, if I put in some time, I can get this combination to work for me. And I feel like I can. I'm getting a feel of the brush. My strokes here on the later characters are much better than my strokes when we started. It's only been a little bit, so give me a few weeks with this pen and this paper combination, and I'm gonna be spitting some fire. I promise you. So my goal, because I jump around with tools a lot. Like I'm trying the Sakura pens, Micron their Micron multi-liners to their graphic pens to the Copic multi-liners to this Copic felt bullshit, and I'm tired of it. I just want to pick one tool and just stick with it and be done with it. And I don't really care about the cost of it. Someone in the chat had mentioned how the Pentel pocket brush runs out of ink really quick. I don't care. I just need one, and I just need to be done with it because I'm done investing in different tools to try them out. Like I've tried out so many. I'm good. I just need to find one now. You know, that's fine. Regular paper, getting really good with basic tools is better than like being average with really good tools. Like I have this pen objectively is pretty expensive, right? It's like $10 just for the pen. So that's not that cheap for a single pen. But I don't know how to use it. That's why this is looking really kind of rough, you know? Versus if you have a ballpoint pen and you're really good with a ballpoint pen, like a 10-cent ballpoint pen. You know what I mean? You got what I'm saying? Like, get a good tool that you're comfortable with and just get good. Practice with that first. Don't worry about having cheap products. Printer paper is fucking fine. It's all fine. I think the better Snap-on or Craftsman. It all gets the job done, or whoever gets the job done better. Yeah, exactly. That's the perfect analogy for it. When I was in automotive school, people were dropping thousands of dollars because the school I went to had a partnership with Snap-on, so they kept on shoving Snap-on tools down our fucking throat to the point where I straight up didn't want them anymore. And we had guys dropping thousands of dollars on Snap-on tools, which at the time I thought was cool. I didn't do that because I didn't have the money. So that is a good analogy. But I worked with Craftsman tools, in case any mechanics were wondering. I had a Snap-on toolbox, but it was filled with Craftsman tools. Then I went and sold my Snap-on box. So okay, I got a discount. Buying Snap-on stuff, so that's where I bought my box when I was at school. I was able to buy, I think it was the SK. I can't remember what the model number was, but its full retail value was $1,500. So I was able to buy it for, I think it was $900 with my student discount, which is pretty legit. I used it for a few years in the field. Still really good condition, had some scratches, but when I retired, I became an artist, I didn't want the box anymore. I sold it for 15. Oh no, I sold it for 12. Full retail was 15. So I was able to get this box, this Snap-on box, use it in the field, and then resell it for more than I bought it for. Hell yeah. I can get very fine lines with this brush. Again, I'll just be more delicate with it next time. I think there's a drug deal going outside my apartment right now. Not sure if you like metallics in your art, but have you heard of phonetic paint? Phonetic paint? No, I have not. Have you ever drawn one of those drawing tablets? A $1 hammer from fucking Harbor Freight does a pretty good job, in my opinion. Phonetic paint. Is that like the... I think I know. It's like a holofoil, right? People are doing that with their prints in the artist alley lately. And I'm like, man, if I holofoiled my Pokemon drawing out... Figure drawing for all it's worth? Dude, figure drawing for all it's worth is fucking legit. I love that book. You talking about this book? I keep it with me all the time because I'm always paranoid I'm gonna forget how to draw a human, and then I'll pull out that book and then I'll feel better about myself. In the same way where, did you know Adam Hughes, I'm sure you know who that is, comic book artist, cover artist, whatever, pinup, professional female drawer. Adam Hughes carries around a little portfolio full of Alphonse Mucha's artwork with him, so he says. That way, in case he ever needs a style reference, this is what he said, in case he ever needs a style reference, he can just have it on hand at all times. That's pretty cool. We'll put in one more character, I think we're done. Or we could just be done. This is a big ass cap. Look how big this cap is. It's like half the length of the pen. Alright guys, so that's it. I'm assuming you want to store this sitting upwards, because it feels like if you sit it downwards, it'll flood the ink. So I'm going to sit it upwards like this. Okay? Sit it upwards. That's good. Yeah, so if you guys have any last minute questions, throw them my way and I'll see if I can answer them for you before we head out. The dog. You have a weird way of drawing. You close your eyes and you just draw everywhere, then you look at it and then just make it into something like birds or anything. That's a cool way to do it. That's like creative. But yeah, so this is our first time using this newsprint. It's thin, very absorbent. You could probably clean up messes in the kitchen with this thing. And this is the first time with the Pentel brush. So it's been an interesting experience. We're gonna continue with the Pentel brush, but tomorrow we're gonna try on we're gonna go on a thicker paper. So we'll see what that looks like. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I've been very active on Instagram lately, and been getting hit up in the DM a lot about like just everything. I'll be in Anime Weekend. I will be in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend for Anime Weekend Atlanta. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. This was fun. I'm really liking this pen, and we'll see what we can do with it tomorrow. Alright guys,